Just thought I'd give you my insights, if you like, in terms of the reading material on the module. The core text is Anderson's Sports Psychology in Practice. Good book. It actually, as with all Mark Anderson's books really, he tends to focus on the interaction, the relationship, what happens when an athlete is sat there in front of you. And he's very much focused in the kind of therapeutic end of sports psychology. So for me, that's the texts that Anderson produces are going to be really useful in terms of psychology in action. Certainly extremely useful in terms of therapeutic skills in sports psychology. They're easy to read, well written, well researched. They're not non-academic in that sense. They're well researched books, but they're good quality documents, good quality books. Other texts, I suppose, in relation to just general sports psychology, because I suppose on this module you might be getting examples of or experiences in a range of different sport or exercise contexts, and if you're experiencing, or if you get some work in an area that you've not worked in before, this book by Dossil, The Sports Psychologist's Handbook, is a really useful text to use. And I know that I use it a lot when if I get a call saying, or referral from someone in a sport that I've not been involved in before, it's one of the things I turn to just to get a sense of what are the kind of psychological processes that might be unique to that particular sport. So, the Sports Psychologist's Handbook is a good book to have. Stuart Biddle and Mutry, pretty much a bible in terms of physical activity. The second edition is now out, 2008. 2008. So really useful again if you're thinking about, if you're getting work in gyms, if you're working an exercise referral team, if you're hearing or watching a documentary about trying to increase exercise or adherence to exercise. Really good sort of link into theoretical material there. Staying with the sort of exercise end of things, there's the Physical Activity and Psychological Wellbeing book by Biddle, Ken Fox and Butcher. It's not on your reading list. I'll probably put it on there. Is it dated? Just let me check. It's 2000. It's not bad. I would go for the Biddle and Mutry, Stuart Biddle and Mutry book as a starter. The other books that you might want to be looking at, if you come across injuries, for example. Well, that one is probably better over there, isn't it? Yeah. Psychological Basis of Sport Injury. Good book. There aren't that many texts out in terms of injury. Lots of articles. It's certainly in my experience a huge area in sports psychology. Not many books devoted specifically to that. Most textbooks will have material on injury in there. But I suppose in this particular module, one of the challenges is, I'm reflecting on this experience that I've just seen, and there's all sorts of feelings. How do I feel about it? What am I thinking about it? And part of that reflection will be, well, hang on, what psychology is out there? How can I find support, deeper theoretical understandings of the material? And textbooks is one way of doing it, really. Bear in mind, and we probably did say this during the induction period, we have got a great selection of journals. We have just had a lot of journals transferred over from the Hartpury campus, which means now we've probably got 10, 12, maybe even 15 journals that we subscribe to in the area of exercise psychology, stroke health psychology or sports psychology. So get used to accessing those. Get onto Science Direct as a search engine, as a starting point, and use those. But so some good books out there. Always check for price, and unless you're really keen to have a brand new one, try and see if you can get one second hand. Okay, cheers.